Hey friends, Elaine here of Elaine's Vegan Lifestyle. If you guys are watching me right now, you see I'm introducing foods that can help aid with weight loss. And if you've taken on that New Year resolution of trying to lose weight, let's make this the year that this is the year. So I've not really been showing foods for breakfast time. The reason being is I'm doing something called intermittent fasting. So I stop eating around 8 p.m. in the evening. And then the next day, I omit breakfast and I start to eat around lunchtime. I eat lunch and I also eat dinner. Sometimes I find myself where I work through the day and I'm just eating dinner. That may not necessarily be a good thing. It is a great thing for the body to fast for a period of time to kind of help the body regulate itself, reset itself, and it also can aid the organs and just movement in the body. I'm not a doctor, so do check that out with your physician. But if you are looking for something for breakfast, you don't want to reach for bread, you don't want to reach for the same old that you know will make you want to eat something else or add on pounds, you don't want to stop by the fast food restaurant. What can you do if you are used to eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, a snack in between, and you don't necessarily want to hurt your ability to lose weight? That's when I would reach for a smoothie of some sort. The one that I'm showing on the countertop, you can utilize one of the protein powders that I'm sharing, although for some of the fruits or what I'm doing with it, maybe not the chocolate. But if you are looking for a snack later on in the day, there are times I will take that chocolate pea protein, mix it with frozen cherries, a little bit of milk, and you have yourself a treat. And it's not very bad for you. So it makes you feel like you're eating a dessert, but you're not. So you could do something like that throughout your evening or for lunch, or still on that road for weight loss. I do have a variety of protein powders there, and before I do make our shake, I'll go ahead and chat a little bit about them. I've always used Orgain because for me that was one of the first vegan protein powders that I found. However, whenever I seemed to use the Orgain protein powder, I felt like I would gain weight. I would not lose weight. And so I kind of backed off of the protein powders because of that. But in talking with my brother, he is a fervent user of the Garden of Life. And the particular one in the background there is for the sport version of it. And looking at the ingredients, looking at the carbohydrates, I fell in love with it. So 3.5 carbs, and it does have some fiber in it as well. The Orgain is about 21 grams of carbs and very little fiber in it. So when we're losing weight, a lot of people tend to forget that we need fiber in our bodies to help the process of getting the toxins, getting our food processed and out. So we do want to look for those items that do have the fiber in them. And then the PB Fit, I am trying to move away from peanut butter, but I do like that the PB Fit is defatted. So you do get a reduced amount of fat in it, meaning the oils that come from the peanut butter. And it does have a small amount of fiber and lower carbohydrates. And then the pea protein powder does have around 10 grams of carbs and about 4 grams of fiber. So that one is definitely better. It gives you about 50% benefit than the Orgain does. And for those of you who are using Orgain, it is a nicely priced powder. If you're finding benefit with using Orgain, continue using it. Every body is different, and we receive and process things in our body a little bit differently than each other. So what am I doing on the countertop here as a breakfast smoothie? Kind of follows this sort of vein. And you can play around with your fruits and vegetables, make it something that you like. Today I'm going to, instead of using a protein powder, I'm going to use almond butter. So that's also another option for you. You get the protein from the almond butter. Um, it is a better protein. It is a better butter than like peanut butter. So it's going to be a little bit more valuable for our bodies than reaching for the peanut butter. Peanut butter is yummy, we know, but almond butter is going to be just a little help in the right direction for you. So in the blender, I already have a half cup of milk. And depending on which powder you may be using, you may want more milk than that, or you may consider just using water. There are a lot of times with my smoothies, I will use water. It may not be as creamy, but although I'm using an unsweetened nut milk that I made, so it's really just a step away from water. So definitely consider a half cup of water, a half cup of unsweetened nut milk. And again, the homemade variety is better. You're also not getting a bunch of other ingredients that our nut milk suppliers put into our nut milks. So always best to make your own milk. Super easy. Check out my video here on my channel about homemade nut milk. With the half cup of milk in the blender, I'm then going to add my banana. I do like starting with a frozen banana, and I usually just break it into pieces for my blender. And I love the frozen fruits because it does add that coldness to your smoothie, and that just makes it more palatable than being warm. You can always, if you're using like fresh banana, add some ice to your smoothie. From there, I'm gonna add like a handful of spinach to this. And I was noticing as I was making this one this morning that I'm one fruit away or one color away from the rainbow. And I always highly recommend a rainbow whenever we eat. So because I'm using almond butter, I think the orange might fight it a little bit if I were to add like an orange. Maybe I could add a mango to this and it might be a little bit better. Or maybe I do a different flavor to utilize the mango. Maybe I put some coconut in there, mango, oranges, and kind of make it along that vein. But then I'm missing my reds, so maybe I toss in again some more strawberries or raspberries. And then of course, blues. You could use blueberries or raspberries, but again, we have the almond butter. So that's maybe when, for that one, reach for like a vanilla powder. I then have not really a half a cup because they're whole strawberries, but I do have like some strawberries I'm going to add to this. And then I also have like a quarter cup of blueberries that we're going to add to our smoothie. I have about a tablespoon of almond butter. Also, if you're watching me, you'll notice a lot of the foods I'm making have some heat to it or some spice to it. And that's to perk up our metabolism, to kind of get it moving and keep it moving. So the more you add a bit of spice to your diet, that's just going to help things move through your system. So here I have about an inch of ginger. I have peeled it, but there are a lot of times I will just clean it very well, leave the peel on. That way I'm boosting up my fiber content to my smoothie. We're going to go ahead and get this started. I'm just going to use my smoothie button here on my Blend Tech. The one thing I love about the Blend Tech is that there is a whole juice button on it. And I find when I'm using frozen foods, sometimes I need to use that whole juice button to get it to break those frozen foods down and blend it into a juice, so to speak. So our smoothie is finished. We're going to remove that lid. And because of the blueberries, it makes it such a nice dark color. And when you are watching what you eat, don't treat it as a mundane. Make it fun, make it interesting, make yourself happy. If you're happy about what you're doing, if you're happy about what you're eating, it's not going to come across as a chore or a task. You're going to be looking forward to your breakfast, to your lunch, to your dinner, and you're going to start seeing changes in your body. And hopefully you're not just eating the foods or eating foods that you know will help with weight loss. Hopefully you're adding in some of the movement as well. So exercise, even if it's just stretching, yoga, something to keep your body active and your muscles and your bones moving. Let's take a little bit of a taste. This is a very good drink to wake up to in the morning. You can taste the hint of the almond. I really can't taste the ginger, but it's in there and it's going to do its job. And then all the other wonderful veggies and fruits that are in it is going to aid in your digestion as well as help your body with other key areas that they can help. Whenever you're making something like a smoothie, if you've not watched my video titled Rainbow Juice or how to fight inflammation, then definitely do look at those videos and see the different things that fruits and vegetables can help you with in your body. Do take a look at the fruits and vegetables that I use today. Do your own research, look it up, and see what they can do for your body. I hope that you enjoy this. I hope you're seeing those pounds coming off. I hope you stick with me at Elaine's Vegan Lifestyle. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.